Hey, as someone committed to helping you recognize deception and realize your worth, here are 10 brief reasons I scoff at the theory of evolution. Number 10, evolution is propped up entirely on a foundation of hypocrisy. An essential scientific practice is that variables are observable and outcomes reproducible, thus suggesting proof. Yet evolutionary origins of life and species jumps have never been observed nor reproduced. In this way, the theory of evolution contradicts the essence of science, yet is propagated by science. This is a problem. Number 9, for evolution to be true, paleontologists should find many fossils of transitioning species. Yet after 100 years of documented digging, we have none, only fragments coupled with speculation and creative liberty. And shouldn't we still see transitioning species? I mean, have you ever seen a male fish and female fish spontaneously sprout lungs and legs and come crawling out of the water to reproduce their brand new species on land? And how convenient that, apart from any logical reason, evolutionists say species transitioning simply stopped. What's more, number 8, as mentioned, nothing throughout history provides any evidence of species jumps, meaning one species morphing into an entirely new one. In fact, the nature of DNA and genetics is to reproduce after its own kind. You know this. And lab experiments to create entirely new species have only ever failed. Number 7, there's zero scientific explanation for how or why single-celled organisms could have spontaneously become far more complex organisms. Only nonsensical speculation. Number 6, neither proteins nor nucleic acids could have arisen without the other, and there are countless more codependent variables that comprise life in our atmosphere. This completely undermines the notion that life forms evolve phase by phase over millions of years as opposed to instantaneously. So, naturally, number 5, evolution fails to reconcile how life began in the first place, leading research in the field of evolution Leslie Orgel to conclude that, quote, the precise events giving rise to the RNA world remain unclear. Investigators have proposed many hypotheses, but evidence in favor of each of them is fragmentary at best, end quote. AKA, there's zero known way life could have arisen naturalistically apart from a mastermind initiator, a creator. Number 4, despite the Smithsonian Museum's elaborate evolution exhibits I recently toured in DC, there's nothing tangible, nothing scientific to substantiate the claim that you and I as human beings descended from apes. How dehumanizing, to put it mildly. Animals are bought and sold and slaughtered and eaten, and we want to say people are merely advanced animals? Again, this is not science, this is demonic. Number 3, evolution ignores common sense factors that overwhelmingly point to intelligent design. Why do we have baby teeth that get replaced by adult teeth as we grow? Why do we have eyelashes to protect our lubricated eyeballs and lenses in our eyes to help us see and focus? Why do we have sight to begin with? And why do we have an immune system, a digestive system, or any systems at all for that matter? Why do our bodies have symmetry versus random appendages? Nothing about life in our atmosphere points to coincidence, and yet coincidence is the core component of evolution. Number 2, if the theory of evolution is an innocent, legitimate attempt to uncover the origins of life, why are evolutionists and academic proponents of it so threatened by alternative, worthwhile theories such as creationism? I mean, why can't students be taught both and empowered to choose for themselves? I'll tell you, because it's not about science, you guys, or the pursuit of truth. It's an attempt to discredit and cover up the truth, which brings me to my number 1 point. Thanks for sticking with me all the way to this. Number 1, I scoff at evolution because it's an illogical lie, reliant on unproven, bogus claims used to explain away and deny the existence of the Creator, your Creator, who loves you and willed that you exist and longs for you to know Him and love Him and be known and loved by Him. Now, I understand if you have questions about His character and motives, and that's a conversation I'll gladly have soon. But how dare anyone in the name of science or any other entity attempt to undermine the fact that you and I are made by God? This is where our infinite value, significance, and life purpose come from. Denying students the right to explore the validity of this is not only cowardly and unjust, but I believe it's largely contributing to the widespread depression and lack of personal meaning and worth we see plaguing masses of people today, particularly students. I'm Laura Gallier, author of the Delusion series, and I have a lot more to say. Stay tuned.